You're listening to the Quoted Podcast Season 17. Now, let's get on to today's episode. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Quoted Podcast. Welcome to episode 5, I believe. Already halfway through. I am joined with Songbird today, so welcome back.
Hello, thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Of course. I'm so excited. We're going to have such a fun conversation today. But I want to start by letting you reintroduce yourself for anyone who just doesn't know how amazing you are. So please tell us who Songbird is and some of your favorite hobbies and stuff.
All right, hello. I'm Songbird. I'm a singer-songwriter from New Jersey. Super fun. Yeah, so I'm a singer-songwriter and I've been doing music my entire life. And I have some songs out that you should listen to. Fun.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I love to read. That's one of my hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
And I am getting married in October. That's like my big
Yay!
fun fact. Yeah. So that's a little bit about me.
Well, I am very excited to talk to you again. I think we've done like 3 episodes or something before, possibly.
Something like that,
So,
2 or 3.
yeah, I'm gonna have to link all of those below so y'all can go check those out. But I also think before we get into all the questions, there's one question that I forgot to ask you, like, a long time ago. So, why is your name Songbird for
Okay.
your singing career? Like, I want to know.
Yeah, so I have been working with this team in Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
and before like I put music out and everything, they asked me like, "Do you want to do a stage name?" And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, depends on what it is." Like I was kind of thinking of just like random names.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know, like they're cool, but it's not me. Like I want something that's me. When I was younger, they don't say it as much now. Like they would sometimes call me Songbird. Now they call it to me all the time because that's my stage name. But um, a big nickname that really stuck. My real name is Skylar, so they call me Skybird, and
Ooh.
that made me remember that they used to call me like Songbird when I started doing music. And I was like, what about this? And at first they were like, I don't know, it's kind of folky. And then the next text I got was, I kind of like it. And I was like, bet, here we are, here's Songbird. So that's where Songbird came from.
I love that. No,
Oh.
I can't believe I forgot to ask that question. And I've just been like in the dark about this. Like I've been wondering. I was so curious. But I love it. I think it's like a perfect name. Like
Thank
that's
you.
so cool. So, we're going to start we're going to talk about today's quote, and it's going to get us into the theme of the episode. So, the quote of the episode today is, "If you live for people's acceptance, you will die from their rejection," and that's by Lecrae. So, what are your thoughts on this quote, and what does it mean to you?
So for me, when it talks about that rejection aspect of it, a lot of the times, being a independent artist, I hear the word no a lot more than I hear yes. And if I let myself give up after the first few no's, then I wouldn't be where I am today, because eventually I did hear my first yes, and just playing shows or whatever I was doing, and I got myself out there, and now I feel like I hear more yeses than nos, which I feel like happens again once you put yourself out there more and work on, yourself and believe in yourself, more than maybe other people. And sometimes those people that I have heard no from, like, do come back later and like, hey, actually we would love to like have you here or this or that. So you just never know what can happen.
Mm-hmm. That's a great answer. I actually have always like thought it's so amazing how many like gigs you get, cuz you're always posting like I'm going to be here and here and here, and it's just so awesome to see like how many places you've been able to play at and sing your songs at. Like I love it so much. I do wish that you lived closer because you're always like, I'm in New Jersey, I'm gonna be here and here. And I'm like,
I know.
I would be there too, like if I could be. So I hope to see you back near Louisiana or Texas one day because
Yeah,
that
we're
would
gonna
be
make
so
it
fun.
happen. It's gonna happen.
Yes.
Everybody just needs to like I need to just get like a big strong fan base there and I can just come and like do
Yes.
shows.
Yes. So yeah, it's super amazing how many shows you've been able to play at, how much you've been able to do, and it's just incredible. But yeah, when I see this quote, which it's going to lead us into one of your songs later, but I just think that when we constantly worry about what everyone thinks of us, it tears us down. And it keeps us from looking at the positive because we're always thinking about like what we did wrong or what we said wrong or whatever. And actually, I was in art class like yesterday or something, and my teacher just randomly said, like, we're always looking for the negative in different situations. And I thought that's so true. Like,
Yeah.
we always jump to the wrong conclusion, or we always jump to like the worst thing ever, and we never just like think positively on purpose. Like, and it's kind of sad, but I think that's why like people pleasing is such a big thing, because every time we feel as if we were wronged by someone or cut off by them, our first instinct is that it's our fault. And we can never just leave it at, oh, maybe they're busy or whatever, or they have a reason. And
Right.
so, yeah, we're going to get into talking about Galatians 1:10 today. Um, and just how like we're not even here for the approval of man. We're here for God, like to spread God's word. So I just think this is such a good quote and honestly so relatable because it's such a big thing. And so yeah, we'll talk more about it as we go, but so actually we're about to talk about it now cuz I want to get into your most recent single, Ice Cream Cake. So, what's the meaning behind this song? Why was it important for you to write it? What are all the details? Like, can you
Yeah.
tell us about this song?
Sorry, my dog's just joining the crowd. You
Oh, I
can't bark
love it.
though. Okay? You can't bark. Okay, so Ice Cream Cake is about toxic bad friends. And I feel like we can all kind of relate to that. Whether I also kind of mention it too, like whether it's, a relationship that somebody's been in or
Mhm.
whatnot, it can really relate to anything. But for me, that's like my meaning behind it. So I went to Nashville in June of last year and I
Mhm.
had some song ideas written and I started working with Jake and Austin there. And I was like, yeah, I have this really cool song title idea, Ice Cream Cake. And this is kind of like what I wrote, but I know like it needs to be beefed up. Like I feel like it's not giving what I'm trying to give it. Like there's a lot to
Mhm.
say with that. We did use a lot of what I wrote, which was pretty cool, but we just added a little bit more to give it that like what we were pretty much what it was missing.
Mhm.
So that we did that, and then I went back in September, I believe, of last year and recorded it. And it's just like I love it. It's so good. It's so different from what I've put out, which is fun because I've really only put out songs about love. So it was nice for, the people that listen to my music to be able to see a different side of like what I can write as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, whenever I first started listening to your music, I just thought it was so like good. Like it's just so pop, like so fun, and I love it. And like I'm glad that you released this song because it was so relatable to me, but it's also so good and it's so fun.
Thank you.
So, yeah, thanks for sharing about like the story behind it and stuff. You
Of
also
course.
did a little music video, didn't you?
I did, yes.
And like the vibes of that are so cool. So I'll
Thank
also
you.
try to link that below because I love music videos and I know that was fun to make because
Oh,
it looks
100%.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my idea for it is in the music video when the song goes dun 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 dun. I was like, how cool would it be for me to be like looking normal, and then
Mm-hmm.
in the other clip, it's me with like my makeup running down, like melting like ice
Yes.
cream cake.
I love that so much.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
how it kind of became what it is.
the visuals are everything, and that is incredible.
Thank you.
So, when it comes to people pleasing, do you have any tips for people to stop letting what others think influence their life?
So for me, that was something, again, I still struggle with, of course. Anybody
Same.
that is a people pleaser, it's very hard. But, planning a wedding and trying to get myself out there as an artist, I have to tell myself, like, it doesn't matter what people think. And the same with, like, the wedding. Like, it doesn't matter, like, what other people might say. Like, it's my wedding, like, or our wedding. Like, we're going to do it the
Yes.
way we want to do it. Like, and same with, you know, sometimes I get nervous, like, with what I'm wearing out. I'm like, because I'm very plain Jane when I go, like, out as Skylar, like, just
Mhm.
t-shirt, leggings, like, so as Songbird, I kind of like that I kind of do my own thing, and it's very Hannah Montana moment. So I'm like,
Yes.
who cares? Like, people are gonna think like you look cool and different and you stand out. Like, I just played Launch Music Festival in Pennsylvania this past weekend.
Okay.
And the first day I wore all purple. I wore my purple hat with my lavender purple sweater thing right here, the
I
blazer.
love that.
And the next day, people were like, "Oh my gosh, weren't you wearing purple yesterday? You're Songbird, right?" It gets people to remember you.
Oh my
So
goodness. That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So that I just always say, like, people are gonna judge you no matter what, and it doesn't matter as long as you're happy and you're thriving and doing what you love. Then who cares what others have to say?
Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, yeah. Well, you were saying that, I was thinking like I feel like I'm always worried about other people, and I've just like recently had to like step back and just remember like this is my life. Why am I so focused on everyone else? This is
Yeah,
my life. Like I think we focus on everything else sometimes when we should just be focusing on like what we're doing and what we're working towards, and maybe someone else is doing what we want to do and we're not there yet. It's okay. Like we don't need to compare ourselves to them.
right.
um, I also think it's like I think your outfits for Songbird versus Skylar are so cool. Like the contrast, like I can tell when you're Songbird with your cute hat and then your eyeshadow. Like
Yes.
it's adorable. Like I love
Thank
it.
you. This is mine for
So
tonight's show. It's like a
oh,
supposed to match the
stunning.
hat.
Oh, it does match it. I see that now. I
Yeah,
love that.
I tried.
I don't wear makeup, so like I think it's really cool. Like I think it looks good.
Thank you.
Um yeah. So you're playing a show tonight?
I am. I woke up this morning and the guy that books me, like, in North Jersey, was like, "Oh, my
Mhm.
singers are sick. Are you available?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm there." So here I am.
Yay! I guess this comes out after, but if anyone wants to go see Songbird and hear some of her songs, go follow her Instagram and go check that out because she's always doing shows. So you always got a chance to see her. Um so I've been talking about different Bible stories in every episode, and today our topic is people pleasing. So I'm going to mention a Bible story and then I'm going to ask you to mention one, and
Sure.
we'll just talk about them. But I'm going to talk about in Luke 10, verse 38 through 42, we have Jesus is with Mary and Martha, and I'm just going to read a few verses. Uh-oh. Sorry. I
Malfunction, malfunction.
Uh-oh. Okay. That's my Buffy the Vampire Slayer thing.
We love.
And okay, so it says, as Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me. And then the Lord answered, Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. So I immediately thought of this Bible story because we have Mary making it a point to sit at the Lord's feet, but then Martha just wants to make the space look perfect. She wants everything to look good for Jesus, and she wants to please him. Like, she wants him to like enjoy his time at their home. But the Lord's like, I'm here. Like, you don't need to be doing all of this preparation and cleaning and stuff cuz I'm here. Just come sit. Just come sit and chat.
Right. Yeah.
Um like, and I think we're always like go go go, like our minds are always thinking different things,
Yeah.
and sometimes we just forget to just take a breath and stop focusing on everything else.
Right.
So I guess the story isn't really people pleasing. I don't know. It's kind of
Kind
along the
of.
lines,
In a
but
way. Yeah.
it's just it's just a reminder that sometimes you just need to slow down and not think about so many things that don't even concern you. And especially when Jesus is in the room for this particular story, like, I think if Jesus was in the room right now, I would just want to throw everything down and just go sit at his feet. And so it's just such a good story, and I love it because it's a reminder to slow down and
Right.
not let your mind run so much. But yes, so there's that one. So, what is one story from the Bible that is about people pleasing or along the lines of it? And can you explain it and its meaning if you can think of
Yeah.
any?
So the one that I was thinking of, I kind of like was trying to like think of some because I got
Mhm.
nothing was like really sticking out, and then one that I thought of was the story of Sal in 1 Samuel 13.
Oh,
He
okay.
was initially like the humble leader, and he began to desire the human approval and was willing to disobey God to gain favor with the
Mhm.
people, and obviously that leads him to like losing all of that and losing his kingdom and
Yeah.
everything. And I just thought that was so interesting because especially like you're seeing that he's there and you're like, no, I'd rather have the people's approval because there's more people than just this one
Mhm.
God. But I don't know, that's kind of crazy to think like, okay, you're gonna take all these people that like might not even care at the end of the day, but then you have God who's
Yeah.
there and is like, I
True.
love you. Like, what do you mean you don't
Yeah.
like you don't care like what I have to say or what I think or all that kind of stuff. So that's the one that I really thought stuck out the most to me.
Did you say what verses that's from?
I didn't. I just know
Okay.
it's this. It's
And
1 Samuel 13 in there.
okay. Cuz that's crazy because I'm doing the Bible in a year plan right now, and I just finished First Samuel. So that's actually like
How perfect is that? Come on.
like the fact that you just mentioned that is so perfect, and also I didn't even think of that whenever I was like researching for this. So I'm glad that you brought that up, but yeah.
Yeah,
Um
that was a good one.
it's a really good one. And then also I just want to yeah, I think I'm going to briefly mention Pilot because
Yes,
that's the other one that I found, and I thought this is literally perfect. So, when Jesus was about to be crucified, Pilate had like he was the I forgot what he was. Like, he's like the overseer or something,
I believe. Yeah,
and
yeah,
something like that, and he had like he was the one who was able to say like, should is Jesus guilty or not. And at first, like, he knew it was wrong. He knew that Jesus hadn't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
And, but then he changed his mind because all the people wanted Jesus to be crucified. And he just went along with what they said, even though he knew it was wrong. So that was another one that I thought of because, like, he changed his mind because of the people.
Yeah.
I remember I was like rereading that one day and I was like, Pilate, why can't you just say no? Like, don't let Jesus die. But
Yeah.
yeah. So that was another good one. But yes, I love mentioning the stories and reminding people of that. But I want to talk about Galatians 1:10. So it says, "Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I wouldn't be a servant of Christ." And I love this verse for today. I think it's perfect for the episode. But also, this verse is a reminder that we aren't here on earth for the approval of man. And so I love that reminder. But
Hmm.
I want to know if there are any songs besides yours that remind you to put your worth in God and not in man.
I feel like anything by Ann Wilson, 100%.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of stuff written by Katie Nicole too.
Mhm.
I love her music. She's awesome. Also, kind of like Avery Anna too. I don't know if you listen to a lot of her stuff.
Yes, I love her.
Yeah, I kind of like the song that's coming to me right now because I was like trying to think of specific songs. So I feel like a lot of their songs kind of
Mhm.
like talk about that. Is "Don't Be That Guy."
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know that I love that song. Like I literally like sing it in
Yes.
my car all the time. I love it. But I feel like that's such a good song. It's like don't be that guy that like leaves me alone,
Yeah.
just knocks me down, say it's a joke. When it's like,
Mhm.
because I'm not that person, like why do you have to be that person? So I don't know. That song
Yeah.
just came to me right now, and I feel like that's
Yeah.
a good example.
Okay, yeah. I love those. Those are all good ones. Like I love all of those artists.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Um okay. Now we got to talk about an exciting announcement that you actually just posted about on your Instagram. Can you tell us? Can you tell us about this exciting announcement,
Yes, of
please?
course. So by the time this is out, the song will be out, which is very exciting.
Yay!
Um, so I announced today that I wrote a song for my fiance's movie. The movie's called Phantom Percepter. It's an 80s action love triangle superhero, like crazy, all together, not mess, because it's like very well written and everything. But I always say like mess, but that's not really it. It's just like so much packed into one, and it's super cool. Very excited about it. I have seen the movie. They're doing like a
Okay.
premiere for like people that have worked on it because it's running through
Ooh.
festivals right now. So
Yay!
hopefully it'll be out later this year for people to like stream and stuff like that.
Okay.
Obviously I'll be posting about,
Mhm.
when that happens and everything, but for festivals you're not allowed to like have it circle the internet until after.
Yeah.
So right now it's going through festivals, which is super cool. And hopefully it does well. But my song is called All the Way, and the reason I wrote this song for this movie, because at first I was like, what am I gonna write about? Like, I've never done this. I don't really know what to do. But I was sitting in the rehearsals, so the main character is Phantom, and that's my fiance's dad. And there's a love interest, like I said, and they have a scene together. And I don't really want to talk too much about it. There's a portal
Yeah.
involved, the past, the
Oh,
future. It's
okay.
really cool. And they're kind of talking to each other, and something that they say is, don't you love me all, and like he says all the way.
Okay.
So as I'm sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm writing about. This is it. It took me like 10 minutes to write the entire song. Like sitting there and watching them, they were giving me the material, like everything
Mhm.
that was happening and everything I knew about the characters as well, because I've been there for so many different rehearsals. Like I've watched them, practice and block out the fighting and this and that.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I wasn't there when they were actually filming because I had to work and stuff like that.
Oh,
But that's okay. They filmed this back in 2022. This is right before we actually
okay.
got engaged. So this has been in the
Wow.
works for a while. I recorded the song in Nashville back in 2023. So I've had the song for a
Okay.
while. We weren't sure like when it was going to come out and everything, but yeah, we're very excited that it's coming out this Friday, or as you're watching today.
Yes.
Very excited, and again, hopefully the movie will be out later this year for everybody to watch.
I'm actually so excited for this. Like I remember when you first mentioned it and I love like the film industry. Like I really want to be on the set of a movie one day and I want to help out with something. So I just think it's amazing that he got to film a movie and the fact that you got to write a song for it. Like I just love that so much and yeah. I love the film industry. It's
Yeah,
so cool.
it's fun. I like it a lot, and I know that he has other projects like coming out that he wants me to write songs for.
Mhm.
So hopefully I'll be able to do it a little bit more often, which will be super cool. But yeah, super excited about it. I can't wait.
Me too. And this is kind of like off topic, but how is he able to film movies like this? Like is it a lot of work? Like how does
It
he just do this?
it's a lot of work. Um, so they made a version in college, and the guy that plays Perceptor, his name is Taylor. He was
Mhm.
like, "Dude, you should like actually think about making this into like, TV series or a movie or something like
Yeah.
that." He's like, "Okay, sure, whatever." And here we are. I mean, it took a while. That was back in
Mhm.
like 2019 when he brought up the idea.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was 2018 or 2019, one of those years. I don't know, it was a while ago. So, obviously, like, writing out the movie was a lot of work, different drafts, and then it's based on his dad and his dad's best friend, like, childhood stories. Like, they would play with, like, their
Oh
action
my
figures and stuff
goodness.
like that. So, it's literally based on that story. So, it was a lot of, like, back and forth with that, making sure things were accurate, stuff like that. But it's really cool, and it's very different from what I feel like I see on TV now. So I'm very excited for everybody to see it and, his adaptation of those stories.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm super excited. But yeah, so for everyone listening, this episode I think is actually coming out the day before
Okay, yeah, the day
the
before,
the
that's right.
song. It'll be out on Thursday. So when you're listening to this tomorrow, you can listen to this song. It's going to be in the movie. I'm ready. So I think everyone else should be. But yeah, get excited for that. Okay, we're ending off the episode with like two more questions.
Okay.
So, first, I want to ask, what is your favorite part of life right now?
Honestly, just being able to go play shows and just living my life to the fullest and
Yes.
taking crazy opportunities that, might scare some people
Mhm.
or scare me and stuff, but I'm like, you know what, I gotta take everything I can. And I don't know, just like enjoying life, I guess. That's just having a good time right now, and I'm very happy and blessed and grateful for like where I am and what I'm able to do with my life.
That's so fun. I love that. Um Another thing I was curious about, I just want to know, where do you work? You're
That's a
always
good
like
question.
I'm going to work. I'm just so curious.
I work with like nonprofit organizations
Oh.
and people that donate money. I pretty much just like write it down. and
Okay.
and
That's
the
cool.
company like pretty much sends like thanks for donating to this company and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So I do that. I also teach piano and voice lessons, soon to be guitar. I'm also teaching myself ukulele while I'm teaching a 4-year old, maybe younger. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, super cool. And then obviously this is also one of my jobs because being a social media
Yeah.
manager myself and booking gigs and practice and going to the gigs and playing and, all that stuff. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. It is a lot, and my
Mhm.
schedule's crazy, as you found out from trying to book this. Um,
Yeah.
Anything kind of just happens and pops up, and planning a wedding on top of it is kind of crazy. But we're here, it's happening, and
Yeah.
that's me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to have to get a job soon, so I'm just curious about that. But I'm so happy that you're just you're just living your life to the fullest right now. Like just having a good time.
Yeah, that's all you can do, honestly. Like, you never know what can
Yes.
happen, and,
Mhm.
it's, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Life's crazy, that's for sure.
Yes, it really is. I also want to know, what is your favorite Bible verse right now?
So right now, I would say it's Romans 8:28. We know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his pure or for his purpose. Sorry.
That's such a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like again that's like kind of like the vibes right now, just like
Mhm.
living, for like what he's called me to do
Yeah.
and just knowing that like okay, I'm on the right path and I'm a big like angel numbers person. I love angel numbers. Like I don't know, I just like them a lot and I feel like I always see my favorite number is 1234, like 1234 because it's 1234.
Mhm. Okay.
so, so I feel like almost every day I feel like I see that number. And
Yeah.
right now I'm blanking on what that means. It's just something like it's essentially just like you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like so whenever something crazy is about to happen in my life, like music wise or something, sometimes I'll see that number like a lot
Mhm.
and I'm like, huh, I guess I'm doing the right thing.
Recently, I have been reminded to stop focusing so much on everyone else's lives because obviously we're always sharing stuff on social media, and I feel like I can get caught up with what everyone else is doing sometimes, and I've been trying
Yeah.
to step back and just live my own life. So I think that's a good thing for today, like just to remember that this is your life, like no one else's. So don't focus so much on what everyone else is doing and focus on your path, and don't let what others say about you mess you up. Um but yeah, go check out Songbird's music and get excited for her new song. Like go click all the links in the description. But yeah, thank you so much for being on again.
Yes, thank you for having me. I always have such a good time talking to you. You're super awesome and
Yes.
I love everything you're doing with your show and just spreading the word of God and, just also helping out, artists and everything like that. So it's really cool. So thanks for being awesome.
Thank you. um I will hopefully talk to you later.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's
Have
do
a
it.
good show tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Quoted Podcast. Come back next Thursday for more.